What's going on, guys? Just got off work. Time for another video. Today we're going to be getting rid of these stock big bulky grips. Also, as you can see, my throttle tube is a little messed up and it's got a lot of play. So we're going to do a throttle tube and some new domino grips. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take off these handlebar sliders. Just got a 5mm Allen wrench and just super simple. Boom. All right, so that's off. Next thing we're gonna do, you can either twist it off, cut it off. I'm probably gonna cut this one off. And then they slide right over. You can use grip glue, which also acts as a lubricant, but I don't think I'm gonna need that exactly. So this is just gonna slide right on. It's gonna say domino. It's gonna match the black and gray theme. However, I do plan on taking off these stickers and putting on new ones. I'm also going to be getting a fairing hardware kit, so it won't be held up by zip ties and won't be holding on for dear life anymore. So I actually brought out a razor because I was going to cut off the left side handle, but it just slides right off. So normally you would want to clean this up a little bit, but I'm actually not going to. I'm gonna go ahead and spray some hairspray on there to kind of act as like a lubricant, and then it will dry up and make it tacky. This side should be the smaller of the two, which I'm going to guess is this one, which I am correct. So I'm gonna go ahead, spray some of this on there, clean it up a little bit, and then slide this on, domino facing that way. Try to do this one-handed. I might need both hands, but yeah, basically just push it on. Alright, so I did need both hands to get it up all the way. As you can see, the gray part's touching there. It's got a little bit of room left for the lip of the slider to go in, just like that. And then we just screw it back on. All right, so that is the easy side done. Nice and soft, skinny grip, kind of like a bicycle grip almost. Very squishy. I'm gonna go ahead and start on the harder side. Over there, I'll walk you through the process. Right, coming up to this side, after you got that off, you're gonna come under here, and there's gonna be two Phillips head screws. You can see one there. This is kind of hard to see, but the other one is right there. Take those off, this will come off. All right, so once you got those two screws off, this should come off. Might be a little bit of fiddling needed. But yeah, basically, once you get that off, you have your two throttle cables that you need to take off right there and right there. I'll show you how to get those off as soon as I get this wiggled off. Okay, this part's a little difficult. Wow, this thing was messed up. I wouldn't doubt that somebody dropped this at some point, considering all the slight damage, and that looks like it was painted. It was probably low-sided at one point, but I don't know. Anyways, the way that you get it off is you have to put like a pair of pliers, or in this case I used a flathead, to push this out of the hole, and you got to spin it and then bring it out through there. I was having a little bit difficult time, and I have a replacement, so I just decided to cut it to get it out. But now we have a new one, and it's just the reverse process. Slide it on, and then you want to make sure you got the right cables in the right spot. This one's the top, this one's the bottom, and should be pretty easy. Trying my best to film this where I can. As you see, I got it in the little loop. Now I just have to spin and it should go in. And then next thing you want to make sure is that your wire's on this little lip right there, going all the way around, because it goes back in here. So now you just got to do the same thing with the top. It's going to be a little bit more harder on this one just because you have more tension now with the bottom one attached. All right, so this is actually a little bit of the difficult part. So as you can see, I have the bottom one in. It does have to ride on that lower lip, like I said. I got this one in. So you want to do the bottom first so that you can kind of put the top one on and then slide it over with a pick. The next problem I have is just sliding this casing back over and then making sure that the wires are on the lip and not riding to the side of it like that. All right, so as you can see, sorry, terrible angle. This is riding on that lip now. And the top one is connected up in there. So now we're just gonna go ahead, put this casing back on, put those screws back in, and then we can put our grip on. Now when you're putting this back on, there's a little dowel pin right there, as well as one right there. And you want to make sure that those are lined up. And matter of fact, there's a little screw here. You may want to make sure that's tight so that this little metal piece doesn't move around. And underneath, there's a little hole right here. That hole right there is where you want that dowel pin to end up. All right, now that we got both screws tightened down, this is nice and secure. You can see throttle's nice and smooth. We're just gonna turn the bike on and make sure that the throttle is good before we even go ahead and try and put the grip on, so we know if we have to make adjustments or not. So let me toss this in neutral. And then we have we just repeat the same process on this side that we did over on the other side. I'm just going to spray some of this hairspray all over the throttle tube. We're going to get our next grip. Remember, this is the bigger one, right? And we want domino facing up, of course. I'm going to spray some hairspray inside there, on there, and then we're going to twist and push as hard as we can to get this on. All right, this side was actually a little bit easier since it was plastic on plastic and not, or sorry, rubber on plastic and not rubber on metal. This one just slid right over. And then, of course, the piece de resistance. We're gonna go ahead and throw that on and tighten it down. All right, guys, I just got back inside, realized I didn't film an outro. So here it is. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll definitely be answering as many questions as I can. It is not too hard of a job. The throttle tube is more of the difficult job. You just have to have the right tools, a little bit of patience, and you can get it done pretty easy. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, and I'll probably be doing a giveaway once we hit that number. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button like I said. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.